Right today?
I'm doing great, yes.
Turkey sandwiches.
Well, there's turkey sandwiches to be had. However, I think we are having probably what's called get these sort of rings of prawns with some sea sauce. And we have a camembert that we need to dip in some bread and stuff like that in the oven. That should be nice too, I think. So yeah. Plenty of Christmas food still to enjoy. It's up to about 3 o'clock in the morning watching American basketball game. So saw that together with my son, so we enjoyed that. Chicago Bulls against, was it Philadelphia 76ers? 76ers, yeah.
Or 67, yeah. No, 76ers. Yeah.
76ers, yeah.
Yeah, 67ers
doesn't sound right now. No, 76ers. I think they just call the Sixers for short. Sort of makes sense.
That's nearing the end of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they were sort of played quite a few games already, so they're probably not long before they finish the regular season and they go into this long playoff season, don't they?
Yeah, it's something like that, but I haven't had my eye on it, and I don't like the whole American show stuff, so I don't follow.
Oh, there's a lot of breaks in between, yeah.
Yeah,
you can tell that they're just having timeouts for commercial breaks. But then there was the same with NFL and stuff like that.
But I basketball myself for, I think, 4 or 5 years or so. I played basketball. I wasn't particularly good at it, but I'm 2 meters tall, so that helps.
Ah, well, I'm 196, so I had played as well.
Yeah, I'm not 195. So.
Oh, it's the same height as me. So yeah, it was. I remember playing for a Danish team, and I was one of the smallest people on the team. So.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the tallest. There were 2 brothers in my team.
Yeah.
And they had a condition where they grow really fast and they don't stop.
Oh.
So this guy was 15 years old and he was 2 meters 15.
Bloody hell.
So his body grew so fast that he was not very much in control of it. It was ball. But he could just grab a ball from the basket and just lay it in.
Yeah, yeah.
It was ridiculous. So, and that was a team where I was 18, he was 15, his brother was 18, he was also over 2 meters. But the tallest was the youngest brother, and he was put in a team above his age because he was playing 12-year-olds. And he was 2 meters 15.
Oh.
So they put them in another age group with us, and then we would come on the field with these 2 brothers, and the other team would go like, "Those are not juniors, like, those are not fucking juniors." But yeah, he was younger than I was. But we weren't really. We had 2 guys in our team who were really good at basketball, but they were both like 170 or so.
I remember being in Copenhagen once for a tournament, and I had a German 60.
You from Copenhagen itself?
No, just going. Well, I was born near Copenhagen, and then.
Oh, you were born in Copenhagen.
Yeah. So I went over there. Anyway, it was an international tournament. I had this 16-year-old from Germany dunking over my head. He was also tall. I don't know how tall, but he was 2 meters plus for sure. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
good.
that's that's impressive. That's yeah. And some of the teams we were playing so much better. We were just a village team, you know. But we were also playing cities like The Hague or Leiden, and then. But from the basketball, how do you call it? Not the team, but all the teams together.
Yeah.
What's
the league.
English for it?
The
No,
league.
not so much the league. It's
Yeah.
your own village basketball teams, and you know I can't find the word.
Oh, okay. So your team that you're
Not
playing?
foundation. It is not
Yeah,
a
yeah,
school.
well.
It is not what is it?
Club.
Club. Oh my God! It's the same word as in Dutch.
Well, that's
Club.
why you can't find it. Yeah.
Club. Yeah, your own
Okay.
basketball club.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh my God! Is it one of those days? My club wasn't particularly good because we were quite small, but one of those guys made it to the Olympics and he won the golden medal last Olympics in the 3 versus 3 basketball.
Nice.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So one of the players that just signed a contract for Chicago Bulls, right? 4-year contract. So he gets $25 million per year.
I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Set for life then, aren't you?
Yeah. Half of that is is 2 times what you need for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get 3K from 3K a month. You can get 3K a month euros from 3.5 million or to 4 million euros if you invested smart and safe. So that's enough for me.
Just put it in some kind of EFT and take out your 4% a year and just keep growing. Yeah.
I live off 1,800 euros a month, so which I'm quite happy with, to be honest. We get 70% of whatever we made when you really get the whole fully. And you get 70% of whatever you earned before. So that's why I get 18.5 net. So, but I don't have a mortgage, so that saves me a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't have one of those either. So very happy when I managed to pay that off.
Yeah. I paid off my mortgage in 10 years.
That's very fast.
Everything I had left, I just pushed into the mortgage. And from there on, it's been a breeze, to be honest. I've done basketball, athletics. I was quite good at athletics, especially hurdles and swimming. But you were quite good at basketball then.
No, I say quite good, but I played for my club, and that was okay. But I wouldn't say it was amazing at all. But it was something to do. It was not professional at any level. It was just a thing, and it was enjoyable.
The best I ever did was become 20th in the school competition for the 5-kilometer cross run through the forest. That's by my best sports achievement ever. It didn't make the books.
I bet.
British coastal line lacking a bit, or am I just not very good at it?
Well, I think with the coast there's a few OP ships in the game. That's the problem with it.
French Amiens. The Amiens is what can't do anything to it. It's almost like I'm fighting. The Brentford is very, very good at 2.3 because all the PVT boats at that rating can't seem to panic. I have the same problem with the Amiens, but also other ships. It's a bit fast-paced for me.
No, it's absolutely nothing. We'd battled the same battleship now for 5 minutes. Must have put his 2 front guns on fire about 10 times, and he's still alive.
Well, he got his repairs down then.
I don't know.
The automatic repair thing. Many people don't switch it off. Makes all the difference, I think. I'm saying this every week. I really hope they would add EC to the event mode stuff, if even at a slow pace, and I could just play EC.
Well, so
Because
the latest joiner we
I
had,
played-
he's from Holland too. He plays EC.
Yeah, thanks for the message. I'll meet him sooner or later. I'll probably end up talking English to him and then realizing, wait,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're from Holland, right? Ja, zegt hij dan. I've had that happen before. Like, end up with somebody in a group that you don't know, and everybody left, and then at some point realizing, wait, I'm talking to a Dutch guy.
Yeah, I had the same with Danish people. So.
Oh yeah, but yeah, obviously, yeah. Can I ask you, how did you leave Denmark? You left Denmark with your parents or something?
No,
How did that go?
I worked did my computer apprenticeship with a Danish company. They had a subsidiary in the UK, and I was just finishing my training, and I had my director come in and said to me, "I got a director from England in my office. You should come and talk to him." And yeah, 3 days later, I was in England. It's supposed to be for 4 months. I'm still here after 35 years, so clearly stuck. But yeah.
There's a girl here in Noordwijk, and she went to work in Copenhagen for Echo, for the shoe company.
Yeah.
I bet you that over there where you are, there's a guy from there's somebody, you know, who was born where you are now, who's working here in Noordwijk at the European Space Agency, going full circle.
Well, that's how it goes, isn't it?
Yes, I have family in England, family in Spalding, family in Southampton, family in London. My uncle went to Spalding to grow flowers. He couldn't find land to grow flowers here, so he went to England, did it there, and ended up becoming a flower salesman. Typical for our bulb area fish. But my own family has been here since half 18th century. It was 1748. A guy leaves from the southern part of Holland to the area here, and my family's been living here in a 5 to 10 kilometer circle, well, for 300 years or so. I might immigrate at some point to something warm.
I think you probably are better off where you are. Just a hunch.
Oh, but if I would immigrate to Italy, I'd just keep my benefits.
Okay.
If I would immigrate to a country that is much cheaper, if I would go to Indonesia, for example,
Yeah.
I would get a cut. So I would get 75%. If I go to Japan, I get whatever I get now. If I go to, let's say, something even more cheap, some African country, I might be cut for 50%. But I still, and I need to show up for medical exams if they call on me, which could happen at most once a year.
Mm.
So if I would go to the southern part of France or northern Italy, you know, with my partner and just cut out a little piece of that for ourselves, that's a serious option. But not until my kid is older.
No.
But there's no job keeping me put. So, and life is expensive over here. I was supposed to have a quiet Christmas. And I just, you know, did my groceries, and actually I just had a normal day. The difference was, which was quite interesting to me, is I've had a lot of conversations with people, and long ones too. So
Yeah.
I've been talking for half an hour with a guy working in the supermarket. He was like 16 years old or so, and I wished him a Merry Christmas, and he went like, well, yeah, we'll see about that. So I asked him, you know, are you all right? And he started talking about his parents being divorced, and that he was supposed to go eat with his father, but they eat between 5:30 and 6:30, and he was still working then, and they didn't want to postpone it, and it just all flowed out of him. So I heard him and had to talk to him a bit, and I woke up late and I got my coffee, and I just had a hunch like, I'll just get on the Discord. Somebody might be, you know, in for a chat. It's Christmas. A lot of people are lonely. So I logged on and I had a conversation for about 2 hours with the guy who had a really shitty Christmas. It was all that kind of stuff. My neighbor locked himself out, so I had to break in. So my Christmas was very much Christmassy, but it was a lot of, like, you know, me doing Jesus stuff.
Well, it's all right. It's good.
So it was a meaningful Christmas. It was a really interesting day. I had a great time. I've heard people talk about their misery for so long that it doesn't really affect me in that sense. I feel for them, but I don't get depressed by it. Christmas dinner with the parents. Oh, they're getting old. They're getting old and they know it.
Nice life.
That's
Getting old
life.
too. It's like, not really much you can do about it. You know, 1 year takes the next type thing. Oh, I got a ship. Must be a new ship. PGM-9 class. The 3.3 US.
That's a good number.
Must be some new thing they put in the game. And I've researched the fire stuff for my callback. Okay, well that's good too. What's the difference between that and that? That has a bit more pen. Okay.
Hygiene doesn't do sneaky handouts to people, community managers like yourself, do they? It's just the odd email gets answered, or I was just wondering.
Oh, some streaming right now. I better not tell you, but there is a system, and it's not much. It's you know, in terms of it doesn't come even close to the minimum wage. Put it that way. Very, very far from it. So, but yeah, they gave me something for helping out the naval. This was nice. So yeah, I got the Nagato pack for that. But that's probably taking a year to get all that stuff sorted. And I mean, mine is just also just input to it, you know. Do this, do that. But there's a lot of writing involved in getting in a format that's understandable for developers to be actionable. In the end, they made a slightly own version of it, which is fine. But yeah, we wouldn't have critical damage in the game, put it this way, had it not been something we've been pushing for. I think the game will be better for it.
Yeah, I'm very clear on the whole new damage mechanic stuff. It's you know, it's a more direct reinforcement of reward for what you're actually doing.
Yeah,
And that's the mandatory in computer gaming these days.
you gotta feel that you are.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, you're a part of it.
More kills, more happy. But they did change HE. I was in a ship, and it was big gun, and I was hitting him on the turret, wherever I was hitting him. That was the place where I wanted to hit him with HE over and over again. And after like 20 salvos or so, I was like, nothing's happening. And I looked at my damage, and it was 12. That's not the British HE I'm used to. Something's changed. It's okay. Just load another shell. I just had hopes for a new revival of the golden age of HE, but that was just
No.
prediction from hope more than an educated guess.
Yeah. It's not very quiet here. I'm just sailing between a couple of mountains. There's not really anything to shoot at.
Except the mountain.
Well, yes, I could shoot at the mountain.
What if the new Trump-class battleship would look like a private island?
Yeah. I don't know where they came up with that brain fart from.
It's just fog. It's just something to keep us busy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or there's a plan that at some point when he's no longer president for whatever reason, they're gonna say, okay, well, we can get rid of this now. The shipyard that can make them might push it for a long time, and it'll be at least $250 million before it goes out the window. I don't see how this concept will see the light of day.
Most middle players say you don't need big ships like that.
Well, when they were talking about what the information that is there on the ship, which is just written on, you know, in Holland we would say, written on the little cartons you put under a glass of beer when in a bar.
Beer mat, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just
in England it's called in the back of a fact pack, which is kind of the same thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it's nuclear able missiles and ballistic missiles, not intercontinental, but that's big missiles, and both those can already be launched by nuclear submarines. So the only reason I could think of for a battleship like that is to project visible power.
Yeah, it's a
Because
big
otherwise
ship.
you'd be below the sea and you actually don't want other people to find you. They just want you to know that you're there somewhere, which works much better. So until somebody can explain me how it is more useful, then I think it's...
I mean, they're on about having rail guns on there, which of course you couldn't have on a submarine. And if you have a big enough power plant, you could actually use that. I don't know how far a railgun can shoot out to, but it's a couple of 100 kilometers, isn't it?
Could you make a ship in such a way that it doesn't need an escort?
Almost impossibly not to. I mean, I just played a bit of sea power, right? And although I'm not a tactician, you can just see how a modern battle group works, where you have your carrier in the middle, or your battleship, a big missile ship, right? And then you have all the destroyers outside with all their missile defense. And it's sort of layered defenses going out, plus you've got a couple of subs running around as well. And it's a whole package coming along, right? And that's why it works, because there's lots of detectors. But ultimately, what's interesting, just even playing that game, this is based on the 1980s. It's ultimately just a question about who carries the most missiles to counteract the other missiles, right? And then spreading your things around a little bit, so if you do get hit, you're only losing one ship or whatever.
That's the thing. You have the carriers, you have the nuclear subs. That's the top of naval. And then now we're getting larger cruisers with ridiculous missiles and extreme range. So there is the visibility project power. I can see that as a reasoning for Trump, but I don't see it as an actual viable reasoning. And the other thing is that if you could make a ship that doesn't need all the escort stuff, then it could be a cheap alternative, sort of. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's intended to be happening. Ah well. Doesn't get the mark done. Haha. I'm gonna do some 6-3. Care for joining, or you?
No, I'm just doing my own little
grinding the coast.
Yeah, grinding the coastal. It was quite funny. I just torpedoed a 5-0 ship in a 811. I sent him a salvo of 4 torpedoes. He didn't like that much. This game is lost anyway, though.
Oh, there was news from the Ahoy front. Q1 and end of Q1. I thought end of January, but it's going to be end of Q1. They're going to start the alpha testing, and they're already.
For which game?
Ahoy.
Oh,
the multiplayer sailing thing. I think it's going to be really cool.
Might well be, yeah.
A damage model like War Thunder, more or less, but then the Age of Sail. And I'm hoping for an economy more in the direction of what EVE Online does, although not so thorough, less materials.
Mm-hmm.
But open world is far ahead. That'll take at least another 2-3 years. At the moment, the plans they have, they don't see how it's even possible to get around it. But the sea trials are gonna start end of Q1, and then the whole sailing thing, they're gonna test that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And when we're there, for people in iNAVY, I can buy extra sort of licenses. So if anybody wants to jump on the ship, then that's even possible.
Well, we'll see what you think when the time comes.
Yep.
So many games have so many promising, and I mean, I got Sea Power, right, because I wanted it for Christmas, and they gave it to me. But I mean, you can tell this is an early release, and it says so in fairness, right? But it's been early release for a long time, and you can just tell that still a long way to go with that game, because it's not a AAA game, right? There are only three. So I listened to a podcast. So there are only like 3 developers to start off with, and that now there are probably 10 or 11 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's still got a really long way to go. You know, the interface is a bit clunky. You're not always 100% sure if your actions actually are 100% there and stuff like that. So yeah. Toby just texted me saying he just picked up the Dogu. I'll download and see what it is. Oh yeah, there he is.
The vision of this game is exactly the game I'm looking for. So this is the one game I would, you know, even in the phase of setting up the game and testing, and I think it's going to be I'd like to have an experience like that for once. And then this game is the thing to do it with. It's young guys, you know, so it's not without risk, but they gathered themselves $500,000. And they're bringing it out themselves. It's going to be the new Unreal Engine, so that's quite thorough, you know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but we'll have to see. Yeah. But they clearly have a sort of vision. A lot of people are also telling them like it's not going to work because of the multiplayer sailor thing. You can't just log in and sail a big ship. You would be able to sail a very small ship with 2 people, or maybe solo. But the idea is for more people to sail. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But
well, they do the same thing with Star Citizen. You have to be multi-crew on ships. I just don't really see it happening. I see the idea behind it, but everyone wants to sail their own canoe. You know, it's like everyone wants to be captain. I want to go there. I'm not sure that people are gonna get into that.
But if I would turn it around, what kind of people would be interested in that? It would root out a lot of people in other games I really don't like to play with because they're all there by themselves.
Yeah, well, that's
playing a multiplayer game.
Yeah, that is a fair point. But
I just need a couple of whales. The World of Sea Battle thing? Tell me about it.
well, sea power, you mean?
A World of Sea Power. In what age does it?
It's in the basic between 1960s and 80s, so it's Cold War area. So it's all the missiles and stuff like that, where you have your ships and you control one or up to about 10 ships at the same time. So it's a lot of it is going on a map where you're saying go there, this speed, use radar, don't use radar type thing. So it's about playing the stealth game as well. Have you ever seen this American TV series called The Ship?
No,
okay, so try and look up. So what that is about is a catastrophe that happens, and this one American destroyer, right, is kind of the last warship in the world, and it's their travels and what they meet and who they play against and fight against. But a lot of their use of missiles and ammunition aboard one of those ships is quite interesting. How that all works out. So from that point of view, it's an interesting TV series, because it really shows you what a modern ship actually is used for, with the helicopters and how they scout things and so on, and how they go dark and try not to be spotted and just use passive sonars and radars pick up and that kind of stuff.
The ship, just the ship, you said, right?
Yeah, the ship, just the ship.
Okay.
I think it's called the last ship. Yeah, called it. That's to say, the last ship. So it's an interesting one to.
I remember seeing The Hunt for the Red October when I was like 14 or something.
Yeah.
That made so much impact.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I'm looking up iNAVY. There we go.
If I would get a silver lion for every shell that doesn't hit me,
Yeah.
while I'm saying this, I'm exploding. I'd be a gazillionaire, man. Gajillionaire. I would be a gajillionaire.
I sent you the movie database entry for it, so you can see if it's something that is up your street or not. I don't know what platform you'll see it on, but it'll be on there somewhere.
Oh, it's good that you linked that. This is the typical poster I would skip for. This is not the movie for me. Rebuild America, Cure the World, The Lost Ship. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Cool.
Let's put it this way: it doesn't always put America in the best light. This is quite interesting. So yeah, but it's. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good watch. Still 6 ships. We're still losing. Woo! I just watched one shot of Sevastopol. Wow. You wouldn't like that.
Crimea will be British once again. Or
Right.
that didn't go too well, did it?
Well, it did give me 250,000 silver lines, but I think I did have a boost on there, 150%, yeah. That's not to be sniffed upon. Right. Almost done with the mark of distinction, so that's all right. I'll go and see what food there is in the house. So good luck with your star, and
Very much.
yeah, for those that watch the stream, thanks for watching. See you guys later.
Take care.